The Gospel of Mark presents Jesus presiding over an even larger feast as the true leader of God's kingdom, who truly provides for God's people. Jesus demonstrates his divine power once again over both nature and disease. Mark 6:30-39 narrates a miracle where Jesus feeds the 5,000. The apostles gathered around Jesus and reported to him all they had done and taught. Then, because so many people were coming and going that they did not even have a chance to eat, he said to them, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." So they went away by themselves in a boat to a solitary place. But many who saw them leaving recognized them and ran on foot from all the towns and got there ahead of them. When Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, he had compassion on them, because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So he began teaching them many things. By this time it was late in the day, so his disciples came to him. "This is a remote place," they said, "and it's already very late. Send the people away so that they can go to the surrounding countryside and villages and buy themselves something to eat." But he answered, "You give them something to eat." They said to him, "That would take more than half a year's wages. Are we to go and spend that much on bread and give it to them to eat?" "How many loaves do you have?" he asked. "Go and see." When they found out, they said, 5 and 2 fish. Then Jesus directed them to have all the people sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat down in groups of hundreds and fifties. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish and looking up to heaven, he gave thanks and broke the loaves. Then he gave them to his disciples to distribute to the people. He also divided the 2 fish among them all. They all ate and were satisfied, and the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces of bread and fish. The number of the men who had eaten was 5,000. Verse 37 mentioned 200 denarii. A Greek text here, which refers to 200 denarii, references a silver coin roughly corresponding to the value of a day's labor. 200 denarii was a substantial sum of money, sufficient to feed 5,000 men and the other people present. I quote from Faith Life Bible Study. People were hungry for God's word as well as physically exhausted. Jesus showed his compassion by multiplying a few loaves of bread and 2 fish to feed thousands of people. Jesus wanted to have our 5 loaves and 2 fish. As Dallas Jenkins, the author and creator of the Chosen series, said, and I quote, "We don't need to feed 5,000 people. Jesus needs our 5 loaves and 2 fish."